Yeah, I guess starting like with the big picture in DeFi. So we want to give users control over their assets, right? So this is very different from centralized exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, and others, where they take custody of your funds. And at any given time, they could freeze it if they want. I think with DeFi platforms like SynFutures, you just trust the code. You don't have to trust this middleman, right? So you connect your wallet. The assets are always in your custody, managed by the smart contract. Of course, when you're using DeFi, you have to make sure the platform you're using is trusted, audited by a reputable security firm. But yeah, I think starting from there, giving users custody and transparency, and then ultimately making these kind of financial products more accessible to the average person. You know, growing up, I think a lot of people wanted to speculate in markets, but it's very hard for people to access the same products across the world, right? So maybe in the US, I can only access certain types of derivatives and certain types of assets, and it varies by jurisdiction. Even, you know, New York is different from California, for example. But when you look at it globally, it's actually even more, you know, it's even more diverse in the regulatory landscape. And so I think it's very challenging for people to create new financial opportunities when they have limited access. I think the goal of DeFi and for SynFutures definitely is to provide financial opportunities, make it easily accessible, and make it open to anyone. And then I think the final point is making it truly permissionless, which means, you know, historically with markets, you have the gatekeepers, right, which are the traditional finance organizations, the regulators, et cetera. But with platforms like SynFutures, we offer, A, we let anyone on board, right? B, we let anyone list a market. So if there's a big project that comes along and they want to see their token have a futures market on SynFutures, they can do that without any permission, right? They just provide the liquidity and they can launch a market. And it's really about like enabling free markets. So let's let the market decide what people want to trade and when they want to trade it.